have you created?
It would probably come from an Army division.
By his own admission, Jack Kirby's superhero creations are so numerous, even he can't keep track.
And what is good in your hood, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another episode of Diverse Comics and Pop. And I'm your host, Raymond Leonard. And I create comic books. All right, y'all. This is going to be a special one. This is like getting your inspiration of having visuals. If you have a visual in your head, creations, or just getting that book out there because it's something you just want to tell. And what other than bringing you a Jack Kirby indie creator comic did by him, Pacific Comics. This is what Jack Kirby went to Pacific Comics, guys. And this was, and look at the date here, it says 1982. All right. And according to Jack, he says a visual novel, Silver Star, meet Morgan Miller, Homo Genetics. As you can see, this is the character, and this is some type of Homo sapien type of character right here, Jack Kirby. So just to give you a rundown, Jack Kirby went to Pacific Comics, and he had full creative control over these characters that he brought over there. His self-creator on stuff. It was Silver Star and Captain Victory, and Jack went over there, and he didn't have really huge success like he did with his Marvel stuff, with the Black Panther, Fantastic Four, X-Men, him Stan was just cranking out stuff, but of course, creative differences and all that. And he branched off and went over here to Pacific to do his own thing. Jack, he just got a lot of characters, man. Like the video say, he even said it, I have an army full of characters, and he can't remember them all just about, He cranked out a lot of characters. So let's just take a look at his visual on this Silver Star and check it out. And I just got to let you guys know, excuse me, it's a little weird. All right, it's giving me Twilight Zone vibes. It was just very weird comic book. So we're going to just take a look at the art and stuff. We're just looking at it as art-wise. We don't look at this stuff as art, just for the art, all right? And, and read some of this stuff. Just like how this opening is, and it says, happiness and Holocaust forever surprise us. It says, they generate and grow and prepare to penetrate our lives from a very spot we never watch. A baseball fan calls it left field. But in the case, let's call him Silver Star, Homo Genetics. And as you see, it's by Jack Kirby, story and art. Lettering, Mike Aurora. Colors, Janice Cohan. And of course, Jack had his daughter, Susan Kirby, write this song that's in here, which we're about to see in this it's a splash page. All right. And I'm quite sure this had to be his daughter. Because she wrote the song, and she's singing the song about her brother Morgan, and it's very creepy. It gave me, it gave me Twilight Zone vibes, man. It was very eerie. It was just, we see this young girl with a guitar singing about her brother Morgan and how daddy knows he's coming home, and it was just very weird. And as she's singing the song drifts off into this other splash page right here of war. We all know Jack Kirby served the war. We also know that we told so many stories how he would talk about his war stories to other artists or whoever approached him. He's telling you a good war story. So from his viewpoint of visual, he's seen war, and this is the art. And it is really interesting that how he draws his war scenes, because it's like he have full memory of him in war. And as we can see this is war. I mean, and it's just amazing that, Jack, even though he served the army, he's like drawing these army scenes. And it's just, so to me, this is interesting. And it's excuse me, I don't know why my throat's so dry. It's just so interesting how he uh see how he got like the explosions. The explosions look so it looks like Kirby Crinkle, but it's really explosion style. I just like how he got that. It just brings so much sight into it. You see soldiers flying all up in the air, and and there's war going on, and tree branch, like he's dead right here, and you can see a lot. You can see it's just a war going on. Um, this is the main character, Morgan, and he's a soldier, but how he looks like an older guy, and he's fighting, and this whole explosion happens, and it triggered whatever genetics, his homogenetics in him. It triggered it. So right here, he's looking like what's going on. He feels like he feels very strange. Then the homogenetics within him triggers his entire body. As you can see, it looks very cosmic, very very strange, but interesting. But it's very strange. It's Twilight Zone shit. And as you can see, he throws away his gun. He tosses the gun away. He picks up this tank like out of nowhere. Just pick up a tank with unknown strength came out from nowhere. He picks up the tank, swings it like he's playing baseball, and these pages. He throws it with so much strength. Look how he shatters it. So much strength has he picked that tank up and threw it. And I like how he got the Kirby crinkles in all this along, blending in with the explosion of the tank. And you can just tell about that dynamic effects he's like putting in here to make you feel that impact of a tank. And it's blasting off his last blast round as it get trashed. I mean, he threw a shot of it. So once again, we're seeing Jack Kirby do Jack Kirby things that we're all knowing he's known for. When he's doing double plays, he's going to give you that that bam, that pow in your face, and he was good at that. Jack was good at that. If you read some of his old books, you'll see it. Then once again, we're back to the young girl with the guitar. It's very creepy, man. I mean, this thing give me creepy vibes, but I love how he designed this, because he went from her regular size. Then, if you notice, it starts shrinking from this size to here. It's like a wraparound to here, to here. Then it gets shorter and shorter and shorter. Then it gets little. She drifts off singing that song, and I was like, wow. That's great. I love how that whole design was. How he went from little to as it was going. He was going by the story of how she was singing, and till the song came to an end, and she just drifts off. Now Morgan's in the hospital. They're trying to figure out what the hell he is. Doctors don't know what the hell going on. He just somehow freaked out, became strong, and looked at Tank and squashed it like it wasn't nothing. The doctors said he was a weirdo. They called this kid a weirdo, bro. And that's just some Jack Kirby talking right there. As you can see, they're discussing it right here. He says, let me see if I can pick up one of these lines. He says, that's about as obscure as that mess of thick silver fabric you ordered with top priority hesitant. That boy would have died if I hadn't. Come on, Doc. You must be putting me on. That's like saving Hercules with a new suit. No, not a suit. The word is shielding. It was more like stopping a leaking reactor with lead shielding. Hold it, Doc. What in hell are we dealing with here? It's already scary. Why don't we wait until it becomes terrifying? So they're discussing about, how this young man just became all of a sudden powerful. What the hell is he? What's going on there? And as you can see, right here, they're putting him down, but they notice that he's becoming very heavy. with the shielding on his body, the armor body shielding. And they called him weirdo on one of these panels. Let me see, can I find it? Here it is. When the soldiers, he was like, this makes you Family Floyd. How's our boy Sergeant? Looks like a superhero, sir, but he acts like a weirdo. Oh God, man! Only Jack Kirby writes some shit like that, man. And they notice he's wigging out every time when they touch him. He freaks out. When they touch his forehead, he starts tweaking, like tweaking and shit. And they're just trying to figure out what's going on with this kid. Now he seems like he's in a coma, and they don't know what's going on with him. But as they look upon him, all surprised and mistress, like what the hell is really going on with this kid? He's like he's trapped in his inner self and is on another planet. It's like he's like in another dimension within his mind. But he feels happy. And he's got that girl who's singing the song, which seems to be his sister. He was so happy to see her, and he was telling her everything's gonna be all right. We finally free. I'm finally free now. I can take you places. Let's go here and there. I'm happy. I love you so much, sis. And blah. He's like, take care of mom and dad, and everything will be all right. But then he gets sad right here because he's telling her, I have a mission to complete. I must do it. Then when I'm done, I can come home and we could be a family again. But we see this hand, which is, I like how he did that. This hand. And as you can see, it's kind of like getting, once again, Jack Kirby's doing it from the distance, coming upon distance to, it's getting closer and closer. We see what it was. Like he went from this head right here to a brow, or the head over the top of the little brow with the hand still right there. Hand, you see a side of the face of the mysterious character, then like he's some type of villain. As we see a close-up of him. I like how he did that. That's something I would love to put in one of my stories, this because it makes it interesting. It makes you like, who is this guy? And it's almost like real dramatic how he did it. Okay, here. Now they're still discussing what the hell this kid is going on with this kid. They never seen no X-rays like this. X-rays are looking like galaxy stars. They never seen no shit like that. Like, man, what is going on here? He's like stars and comets and flashing little galaxies. What fun, Custer. What hideous fun. Call me Floyd, will you, Doc? We may become friends for years and years. He's like, medically speaking, Doc, what in the hell have I been looking at? He says, a sudden storm of metabolic energy that could burn you and I to a black, smelly spot on the floor. A smelly spot on the floor, Jesus, Jack. But the kid can handle it, just like he did that red tank. That's so, isn't it? Ha 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 ha! There's no telling what he can handle now. Ha ha ha! This is wacky, man. This is like really some weird shit going on here. What Jack is telling, But I love the visuals. I love how he's telling a story. You just can follow this really without the words. You can just tell what the hell going on. But it's just a weird story, all right? I'm just saying, it's just very weird. But I love how when he does these eyes, they look they look very scary and strange at the same time. Then he has the mustache. And I like how he highlights this, make it like a yellow face. And it's just very, I just noticed that when he's drawn, he highlights certain faces and stuff. Like here he is again. Another highlight, shadow in the face, but you can tell it's highlighted. So we move on. They're still discussing stuff about this kid, and but now he's really starting to freak out because now he's getting bigger. And this is what the soldiers who's carrying him within the room, that's like, this way, guys. Take a look at Sleeping Beauty. He's growing. He's growing, and he's not stopping. I like what he said, but from each new species, Mother Nature interacts at primeval price. And he's getting grown. They don't know what his kid, Morgan kid's getting bigger. I mean, he's really getting bigger right here. Then we cut back into within wherever, his mind is at. He's fighting these monsters, and he's winning. And this villain right here, he's looking on as he's fighting his villain, as he's fighting his monster. But he's impressed by it because he beats him within the seconds. As you can see, crash. He breaks him in half, break him to pieces. And he's shocked by it, like, what in the world, how is this happening? Who is this kid? But yeah, he don't look like a kid, like a grown-ass man. I mean, Jack made this like a grown man. It doesn't look like a kid right here. But, this is Jack Kirby. This is the man of Jack Kirby. As you can see, the villain still surprised. He can't believe that he beat this monster within seconds. He's so strong. How did he get the strength? And he's telling him, so he's like, say what, he said, so Morgan's telling him, say what are you? Some kind of nutty fanatic? Are you hunting me? Because, he said, because your mother didn't buy you a lollipop when you were 4? What the hell? Oh my God. This is Jack Kirby writing, y'all. This is exactly what he's writing. And so he replied back to, beware, a blaspheming bumpkin, Durious drum is quick to use for mandate given to those such as you and I. He says, you've got a mandate drum. I've just got an urge to fold up your act or causing all misery. I can't help but like you, pumpkin, I'll save you from last. The others die first. You creep. Hey! Like I said, I'll say this again. With Stan Lee's writing and Jack Kirby's art, plus with Jack Kirby's input on certain stories that Stan Lee would allow it, but you could tell it was just better. It was peanut butter and jelly. But without the jelly, you just get peanut butter, and it's just gonna be peanut butter, right? So this is what we're seeing here. We're seeing a creator like Jack Kirby write his own stories, but the story's not really all that great. All right, you know what I'm saying? You just tell. I mean, crying out loud, man. He said that his mom gave him a lollipop. Didn't give him a lollipop when he was 4. It was just little odd stuff there. The writing was just very weird. Okay, and they're still discussing it. Now, this is the end of this book because it was just 20 pages. So he finally wakes up out of all this shit they've been talking above his coma body, when his body's in a coma. He finally wakes up. Colonel Hammer, gosh, I guess I must have passed out. Then welcome back to the patch up factory, Silver Star. Sure fits, sir. He says, sure fits, sir. I understand. The men have been calling you that since you earned one in action. Well, it's really embarrassing, sir. I hardly remember what actually happened. So then you got this doctor. He looking like, this motherfucker crazy. We'll find out what's going on with this dude. Then we'll see what he said. He's fine kid. His old man did good number of him. Silver Star's got qualities one can admire. But for others, who are they? What are they like? It won't be Tea Party finding out. This as foremost among the other dangerous and deadly Darius Drum. Okay, guys. Like I said, Kratom, this type of stuff, it can happen. Being an artist and slash writer, man, sometimes it could be a given good talent, and sometimes it can be a curse because as an artist, you just want to just draw. You want to tell your story, but you might have the art, but sometimes your writing just ain't it. But you get it out there regardless of what people think. There's something you want to do, just like Jack Kirby did here. There's some shit he wanted to do. He didn't give a damn about somebody trying to tell him what to do. He had full control over this. So he wrote it and drew it, regardless of what people thought about it. And as we see, they gave some Viking character they was pushing at this company as well. So we're just getting to see what it was like to be an indie. Jack Kirby was in the indie community as well. Didn't have a lot of success here at Pacific, but his success came when he did the Image Comics creator-owned book Phantom Force, which I got, and we'll be looking at that down the road. Now, this is Captain Victory issue 9 they was pushing in the back of this book. That came out December. Wow. Now I got Captain Victory too, so if I dig them up, yeah, we'll give them a look. Captain Victory was the shit though, man. Real time, I love Captain Victory. It's like he could have been with DC Comics. So yeah, this just showing you guys when you have a creational idea, just put it out there, regardless of what anyone think or say. This is full. You get full credit on control. No one to tell you nothing. All right. So that's what Jack Kirby did. He had a credit on book right here, and he put it out. All right, guys, that's it for today. Before we go, press that button, that like button, subscribe, and click that bell and get notifications every time I put up a new video. We are getting close to 6K, baby. Let's keep it going. Share the video. Let everybody know about it. Comment. Let me know your comments, what you think about this book. I love to hear your comments and what you think about Jack Kirby's creator-owned book, Silver Star. It was a little bit weird. I tell you that. It's weird as hell, like Tri-Zone weird. But it was just exciting seeing him do some different stuff. It wasn't something amazing, but at the end of the day, it was Jack Kirby doing what Jack Kirby loved to do. That's it, guys. Round them out. Take care. Keep creating. Keep drawing. Always believe in what you do. All right? I'm out.